So the whole idea, though, is that what history helped me to do, though, was to be able to believe in my premise based on what I see and what I think is happening. Now, whether I'm right or wrong, the numbers will show.
When you have these standardized tests, so much of that just gets lost, right?
Yeah.
If you've got that ability, on the creativity side, it just doesn't capture it.
And that gets to those tools that we were talking about earlier. It gets to those tools as far as like, what I didn't know was that actually gave me the tools to come up with other critical thinking decisions. Like I'm a degree in history, and here I run, a multi-million-dollar portfolio management firm. So
how have you seen that impact it when you're looking for new deals, when you're analyzing deals? How has that helped you as opposed to some of the standardized?
I think, I'm what's known as a macro guy, right? So I know that my strength isn't taking a look at the actual balance sheet and doing bottom-up analysis on an individual security. I'm I can look at some trends on charts and kind of gives me a good gauge on some stuff, but I like to look at what happened in the past and pattern wise, right? Like a lot of times when I got my degree in history, people are like, well, what date did that happen? I'm like, date wasn't the important part. It's like what led up to it or what was important.
What were the dynamics that created that situation?
Yeah. And what was the situation? It was like, in the Civil War, there was a battle that was fought after the treaty was signed because there was no communication. They didn't even need to die. And those are the kinds of things that you learn. It's like, well, how do I equate that to the stock market? Well, you look at different things like, is math right? Is math wrong? Is this emotionally driven? We're about to see the most amazing thing happen at the close of the market when NVIDIA announces their earnings. One company announces earnings, and we're going to know whether or not this has depth. And maybe these larger cap tech companies are going to continue to run, or is there going to be a breakdown? And a lot of people are saying, you take a look at what happened yesterday in Tesla. Tesla and NVIDIA, both of them at some point ran up $120 billion. That's over the market cap of CBS in two stocks. Does that make sense?
How much of it is the emotional drive and how much is the fundamentals? And it's one of those things where the fundamentals, it's like that, the rubber band, it goes out, but it eventually somehow has to come back. But how long can the
absolutely
insanity last?
Wrong. It could go up a lot longer than I'm right. So the whole idea, though, is that what history helped me to do, though, was to be able to believe in my premise based on what I see and what I think is happening. Now, whether I'm right or wrong, the numbers will show. But I at least get that.
Yeah.
And so it gave me a good base to start figuring out what it is that I think is a trend or what I think is important. Like, when the .com crash happened, a lot of these companies went down. That was multiple compression. I was too young to understand what that meant. Now I understand that. Yeah. And so when I see it happening again, but again, my job is not to be right. It's to make money. So you have to balance that too.
When you're looking at history, I think so much of this latest bull market's been going on since 2009, 2010. So a lot of people that are in the space, they just haven't known a huge bear market. They have not known a huge drop. I mean, even COVID was a quick drop, quick back up. And so I think when you're studying history, if you're appreciating that how much things can drop and how things relate, it allows you to protect yourself so that you do stay alive for tomorrow. You'll stay alive to be able to fight again tomorrow.
Hey, thanks for watching The Merge. We've got a ton more stuff for you to watch on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, everywhere. Check us out.